Christopher Robin Milne was the son of author A. A. Milne. As a child, he was the basis of the character Christopher Robin in his father's Winnie-the-Pooh stories and in 2 books of poems. Early life: Christopher Robin Milne was born at 11 Mellord Street, Chelsea, London at 8 a.m. to author Alan Alexander Milne and Dorothy Milne. His parents had expected the baby to be a girl, and had chosen the name Rosemary. When it turned out to be a boy, they initially intended to call him Billy, but decided that would be too informal. They gave him 2 first names to help distinguish him from other Milnes. Each parent chose a name. Although he was officially named Christopher Robin, his parents often referred to him as Billy. When he began to talk, he pronounced his surname as Moon instead of Milne. After that, his family would often call him Billy, Moon, or Billy Moon. In later life, he became known as simply Christopher. On his first birthday, he received an alpha Farnell teddy bear he called Edward. This bear, along with a real bear named Winnie that Milne saw at the London Zoo, eventually became the inspiration for the Winnie-the-Pooh character. The teddy bear was about 2 feet tall, light in color, frequently lost its eyes, and was a fairly constant companion to Milne. As was customary for upper-class and upper-middle-class children at the time, Milne was reared by a Nanya Olive Brockwell. Meetings with his parents were restricted to short periods just after breakfast, at tea time, and in the evening, just before he went to bed. As he grew up, he spent more time with them. However, as his parents spent little time together, Milne divided his own time between his mother and his father. Time spent with his father led to Milne's love of mathematics and cricket, as well as to their shared pacifism. Though Milne spoke self-deprecatingly of his intellect, referring to himself many times as being dim, he was intelligent for a boy of his age. The reason for his denying his intelligence was his ability to solve complex equations with little or no difficulty but his having to concentrate on much simpler ones. From his mother, Milne acquired a talent for working with his hands. He owned a small tool kit, which he used to disassemble a lock on his nursery door when he was 7 years old. By the age of 10, he had modified the works of a grandfather clock and altered a cap gun so that it would shoot real bullets. Schooling: in his childhood, Milne was fond of being associated with his father's books and helped him to write a few of the stories. Once, he went so far as to organize a short play for his parents, reenacting a story about himself and his friends in the woods. However, after starting school, he was mocked by his peers, who recited passages from the books, particularly from the poem Vespers, "Hush! Hush! Whisper who dares! Christopher Robin is saying his prayers." Milne therefore grew to resent the attention his father's success had brought him. Milne first attended the Gibbs School, an independent school in London, in 1929. At age 9, he went on to Boxgrove School, a privately owned preparatory school in Guildford, which closed in 1965, and then at 13 to Stowe School, an independent boys' school in Buckinghamshire, where he learned to box as a way to defend himself from his classmates' taunts. In 1939, he won a scholarship to study mathematics at Trinity College, Cambridge. Later life: when World War II broke out, Milne left his studies and attempted to join the army but failed the medical examination. His father used his influence to get Milne a position with the 2nd Training Battalion of the Royal Engineers. He received his commission in July 1942 and was posted to the Middle East and Italy. While serving abroad, he began to resent what he saw as his father's exploitation of his childhood and came to hate the books that had thrust him into the public eye. After being discharged from the army, he went to Cambridge to complete his studies and graduated with a 3rd-class honours degree in English. On July 24, 1948, Milne married his first cousin, Leslie Desar copyright Lenault. His mother disliked the marriage, partly because she did not get along with her brother, Leslie's father Aubrey. In 1951, Milne and his wife moved to Dartmouth to found the Harbour Bookshop, which turned out to be a success, though his mother had thought the decision odd, as Milne did not seem to like business, and as a bookseller would regularly have to meet Pooh fans. While both of these issues did at times cause them frustration, Milne and his wife ran their bookshop for many years without any help from royalties from sales of the Pooh books. After he retired from the bookshop, his wife and a business partner opened a second-hand bookshop. The Harbour Bookshop reopened in spring 2012 as a community-run bookshop. Milne occasionally visited his father after the elder Milne became ill, but once his father died, he did not see his mother during the 15 years that passed before her death. Even when she was on her deathbed, she refused to see her son. A few months after his father's death in 1956, Christopher's daughter Claire was born and diagnosed with severe cerebral palsy. She would later run a charity for the disabled called the Claire Milne Trust. In 1974, Milne published the first of 3 autobiographical books. The Enchanted Places gave an account of his childhood and of the problems he had encountered because of the Pooh books. Milne gave the original stuffed animals that inspired the Pooh characters to the book's editor, who in turn donated them to the New York Public Library. Marjorie Taylor recounts how many were disappointed at this, and Milne had to explain that he preferred to concentrate on the things that currently interested him. Milne had also disliked the idea of Winnie-the-Pooh being commercialized. Death: Milne lived for some years with myasthenia gravis and died in his sleep on April 20, 1996. After his death he was described by one newspaper as a dedicated atheist. Bibliography: The Enchanted Places, ISBN 978-0-14-003449-3. Path Through the Trees, ISBN 978-0-525-17630-5. Hollow on the Hill, ISBN 978-0-413-51270-3. The Windfall, ISBN 0-413-58960-9. The Open Garden, ISBN 0-413-40800-0. References: Thwaite, Anne. A. A. Milne, His Life, London, Faber and Faber, 1990. ISBN 0-571-16168-5. Biography of C. R. Milne, with photographs of him at various ages throughout his life at the Wayback Machine. BBC News article November 27, 2001, Christopher Robin revealed. External links: Obituary in The Independent.